I had a case of a lady that her mother-in-law slapped her in front of the husband, and the husband could not do anything. And funnily, the husband was still supporting the mother. Do you know how it gets to that stage for the mother to be able to slap the wife? As much as possible, try to place your spouse in front of them. Let them know that you really regard your husband. Because if you don't portray it to them that you really regard them, then trust me, they are going to disrespect your spouse. Hi guys, you're welcome back to Ayoniitemitv. Thank you for always tuning in to our videos. We love you and we appreciate it so much. So today we are going to be diving into a very important issue, and this is one of the things that can cause issues in marriage, and that is dealing with your in-laws. Your in-laws can be a blessing and it can be a prayer point. So the truth is that two families are coming together, two families with different background, different personalities, different perspective, different ideologies, different the way we see things, you know, sometimes even different culture, different
status,
different religion, you get. So there is no how sometimes there can be a rift between friction between family. As a matter of fact, even if you are friend with someone, like if you are very close, there's a way that we have friction sometimes, but the way you handle that frictions, it depends. Now the reason why in-laws frictions are kind of different, because I discovered that most time when you have frictions with your in-laws, it's always very tough to settle. It's always very tough to settle, because okay, probably someone is doing something that you don't like, you might not be able to express your mind, and if you eventually express your mind, it might land you into trouble.
Yes, that's just.
So that is why you need wisdom in dealing with in-laws. Let's dive into how you can actually handle your in-laws like a pro.
This is a master class.
The master class. So let us just say practical ways to handle them, because we have to be practical. We have to be, we cannot just be saying theory, so it has to be applicable. You get. So personally, first of all, we feel like to some extent, try to face your family. What I meant is that you should allow your spouse to handle their family. Don't confront them directly. Okay, probably someone offends you. I feel like you shouldn't go to them directly. Go through your spouse and let your spouse speak for you. And the reason why we said you should handle your own family, we cite different examples. We are talking practicals here. We cite different examples for you to understand what we are trying to say. Is that if someone offends me and I go meet them that, oh, I don't like what you did the other time, please don't ever say that to me again. Because you spoke out, there might be issues from you speaking out. But if your spouse handles it, even if there is bad boss, it is their son, it is their daughter, they will resolve the issues. But if they are having issues with you, the issues are not easily resolved. They are not easily resolved because your spouse understands their parents better, they understand their siblings better, so they will be in a better place to handle them compared to you. When you confront them directly, it will be easier for them to pick offenses. Okay, there's this woman that was gisting me one day, and she was like, okay, I think the sister-in-law accused her that, okay, she does not even know how to call, you understand, and she just replied that even if I don't call you, why don't you call me? And that was it. Like, she just said it casually, and before she knew it, they called family meeting on her. I'm serious. They called family meeting on her that, and then you talking back at your call. So because she said that you are not calling her, you also have the guts to tell her that why is she not calling you. They have to go family meeting, and she was just apologizing that I'm sorry, I just said this thing casually. I didn't because the energy she gave me, I just gave it back to her. And because we are kind of, it's not that deep, right? She gets. So just imagine that little issues. They have to call family meeting on her. Just imagine if it was the husband that the sister just say, Egbon, you don't even used to call, and the one will just say, and the husband will just reply that, why don't you call me also? We dey pick offense? Definitely no. Definitely no. So you can see how it operates in this our side of the world, because that you cannot say things anyhow. Like, you have to be mindful of whatever you are saying. Why? Because offenses are easily picked. In some, especially, I don't know, maybe especially Yoruba side, I don't know if of other tribes. Families are also different. There are different kinds of family, but let me just say majority, you have to allow your spouse to handle their people. Don't meddle. Don't how like we don't say you are the one, you know how to speak, you can express yourself, you have the freedom of expression, and just go out there and start physical confrontation with them. It does not end well. It does not end well if you really want that peace.
Handling in-laws should be done by your partner. For example, now, if you want to relate with uh, your in-laws, your spouse should relate with their parents or their siblings. So, and my wife has actually explained the reason why. Because there are some things that you will do normally, even to your own parents.
Yeah.
That even if they pick offense, they will forgive you.
Exactly.
They will forgive you easily. But if you do that same thing to your in-laws, they might not forgive you easily.
Even sometimes forever.
They might not even forgive you forever.
Yeah, so, they will keep it's easier to keep referring to it. Like, it's always very easier.
Yes. So it is best that you allow your in-laws, maybe your wife, to take care of their parents, or you allow your husband to take care of their parents and their in-laws
and their siblings.
And their siblings. It's very important. So when you do it that way, it will reduce your interference, your direct interference. Of course, you are the one influencing your wife, you are the one influencing your husband, but there won't be direct interference. They won't have any direct words from you that I heard this, that it was his wife that said it. It was his wife that did this particular thing. Do you get me now? So it will reduce that direct interference, and then they won't be able to, even if they have anything against you, it is between them and your husband. It is between them and your wife, and your wife should do that work to make sure that it is resolved. And if it's not resolved, you know that it is their own problem.
Still their son.
Yeah.
Still their daughter.
Yeah.
So
that's just
exactly. On some sensitive issues also, like we talking about handle your family. I also had, okay, let me just cite this example. For instance, now, if my parents, if they borrow money from us, and probably we want to ask for that money, I feel like it is wrong for my husband to call and ask for that money. I feel it is wrong.
Yeah.
I feel it's actually wrong. It is best for me to call and ask for that money.
Yes.
And that's because if your husband call, there's some families that they be like, won't see wallow.
Yes.
Sure, you get. Sorry, there's some let me just, for sake of people that don't understand Yoruba, they'll be like, is yours, can you imagine? The husband is calling me to ask for money. Sure, you get. So it's easier to say that, and if it is the child that calls for that money, they might not really pick that offense.
Yes.
You understand? Compared to when the husband is asking for that money directly from them. So I feel a wise person should allow the wife to ask the money from the parents, even if it's the one that is influencing it. You understand? You should call your own daughter, you should call your own son and ask for that money instead of calling the wife, or instead of calling the husband, face the something of what you are trying to say is that, especially on sensitive issues now, try to face your own. Try to face your own, so that the issues will not be how will I put it won't escalate than necessary. You understand? Even if your husband or and the parent, if they had bad rules, if it lasted for a while, it will still not affect
their relationship.
Yes, it will still not affect their relationship. But if it is you, they may not easily forget. The second point we're going to be talking about is that in no case, I repeat, in no case should you talk about your partner negatively around your family members. In no case, like, no matter how the ginger they do you, don't ever speak about your partner negatively around them. Don't be tempted to start talking about your wife to your parents or to your siblings. The way you carry your partner, that is how they will carry it for you. If you give them that impression that they can, in fact, before you know it, if you start disrespecting your partner in front of them, they will start disrespecting your partner for you. In fact, they will even do worse, because you yourself, you don't even value what you have. You don't respect your partner around them. So definitely you have given your partner cheaply to them.
There shouldn't be any time that you will speak negatively of your partner in front of your siblings. Is the theory is very simple, because your siblings, you are related to them, you are closely related, so there will be biases, and they won't forget easily whatsoever you tell them. But you tell them that you can't imagine last night my wife did not cook for me, and they won't know that, okay, there are sometimes there are couples who don't even eat at night. Right? They will just pick that, and they will be using that perspective to see your wife. And from there they will be disrespecting your wife or your partner directly or indirectly. So it is very important that you do not speak or you do not place your wife cheaply or negatively in front of them, such that they begin to see your partner in that light.
Exactly. Try not to give them the impression that they can ever in fact, they should know that they can't disrespect your wife, that you won't take it. They should know your stand, that you really, really value this woman. They'll be like, no, don't even go there. Your sisters, your brothers, they already know that you can't talk about their sister's husband anyhow. Let them know that you don't joke with anything that pertains to your partner. So when you regard your wife so high, when you regard your husband so high in front of your family members, they will also do that for you. They will do that for you. But when you start badmouthing your wife, when you start placing her lower in front of them, then they will do it. They will respect your wife. They will disrespect your husband, because you've allowed them. They see you even doing that. So no matter how, try as much as possible to regard your spouse high in front of your family members. You're already giving them the room to do your spouse anyhow. I had a case of a lady that her mother-in-law slapped her. You understand? Her mother-in-law slapped her in front of the husband, and the husband could not do anything. And funnily, the husband was still supporting the mother. Do you know how it gets to that stage for the mother to be able to slap the wife? Probably the husband has even slapped her in front of them. And that is why she will be able to slap her. Or probably, I'm very sure that if he has placed his wife so high in front of the family member, the mother will think twice before slapping the woman. And the mother will even know the consequence of slapping the wife, because know that, okay, this guy does not joke with anything that concerned the wife. So as much as possible, try to place your spouse high in front of them. Let them know that you really regard your husband, because if you don't portray it to them that you really regard them, then trust me, they are going to disrespect your spouse. They're not going to disrespect your spouse, and that's one of the things that causes issues. And even if they disrespect, I'm so sure that you won't be able to defend because it is what you are even doing in front of them.
The next point is that don't allow your parents to say bad things concerning your partner. You shouldn't allow that, because you need to understand that you are your partner and one.
Yeah.
So if your partner is disrespected, they are also disrespecting you. So don't allow anyone, maybe your siblings, maybe older siblings or younger siblings, or your parents, uncles, to disrespect your partner, maybe your husband or your wife, at any point in time. Because immediately you allow that, they will even do more. They will do no more, because they know that it seems like, okay, this person does not know what he's doing, and they will continue to encroach into your space with bad reviews.
We just have 4 points actually. So the last point is that, which is very, very important, you should set boundaries.
Okay.
Set your boundaries. The truth is that it might not be easy to set. It might not be easy for you to set that boundaries. In fact, when you set boundaries, sometimes you may feel like you are disrespecting them, or you are trying to isolate yourself from the family. It is not because you are trying to isolate yourself from the family, but because you are just strict. You are just trying to set boundaries. Nobody should just. There's one woman that was saying that she will just. How will I put it now? She will just say, "Hello, and come and open the door. I'm at the gates." The mother-in-law is coming to stay weeks with them without even informing them. Because boundaries are not set. And I feel like this setting of boundaries is something that you should even discuss before marriage. How are we going to set boundaries how are we going to set boundaries in order to reduce interference from third parties, from in-laws? So you need to set boundaries in order to protect your marriage, your marriage privacy. You need to set boundaries in order to avoid unnecessary interference in your marriage. You understand?
Setting boundaries is a very important key way to manage your in-laws, because when you set boundaries, they won't be able to encroach into your space anyhow. So number one way is, you shouldn't leave, though this might be like a diversion from the point, but it's also part of it. You shouldn't live in your family house as a man. You shouldn't live in your family house. The scripture says that the husband will leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. So you should leave your family house. Get your own house. Get your own space to rent. No matter the issue, if you cannot afford a house, then you're not ready to get married. You're not ready to get married. So you should leave your family house. That's about, because so many issues. We have heard of a lot of issues where they are living in their family house. You will see the brother of the husband, the sister of the husband, they begin to maltreat the wife and all that. There's no way you will set boundary in that kind of environment.
Exactly.
There's no way you will
There's no boundaries.
There's no boundary at all. Because you are the one that married your wife.
You're in their own space.
Yes, you're in their own space. So I think the first step is, firstly, move out. Have your own space. So when you have your own space, then you let them to know, if you are able to, if you are able to achieve the first 3 points that we mentioned. I think it's a very good place to start the boundary, when you begin to let them know that, okay, when you begin to show them in your actions and reactions that, okay, you placed your wife in a very high esteem. So they know that they can't talk to your wife anyhow. When they want to come to your house, they know how to approach you, how to come. Probably you are living in Abuja, your sister is in Lagos, and he came all the way from Lagos to Abuja, and she just called you that, oh, my brother, I'm in Abuja, I want to come and sleep in your place for the next 7 days. Right? So you need to make that impression to be known, maybe directly or indirectly, as the case may be.
Yeah.
So
even making that impression sometimes might not be easy. Let me feel like, oh, because she got married or because he just got married, is the wife that is doing this or is the husband that is doing this. So it might not be actually easy, but in the long run, they will get used to it.
Yes,
they will know you for that. They know that they cannot just do something.
But I think that was just it, really.
Yeah, so guys, we don't want this video to be too long, although we don't know how many minutes it is currently, but we don't want this to be too long. So we hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you have other points for us, you can also drop it in the comment section for other people to learn from this. So thank you for watching to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video to those people that you feel like they need it. So until we see you again in our next video, keep soaring. Bye.
Bye.